Hello, my name is Anne, and welcome to a Tobyknits Podcast, episode 135. Today, we're going to be talking about some finished objects, what I'm working on knitting-wise, what I'm planning on working on quilting-wise, and my vacation with my dad. Yes, my dad was here from England. He's 90, and he was here from England for 2 weeks with my brother. My brother came too, and we did a lot of stuff in the first week they were here. We just stayed at our house, and we went out for dinner a lot. We took them down to the trailer to show them the trailer. We went into Ottawa, to Bayshore, and to the Rideau Center. My dad loves the Rideau Center. And we went to Brockville for the day. Oh, we had this fabulous lunch at a little restaurant called Cozy's. And oh, it was so much fun there. It's like a British little tea room. And then we did that. And then, of course, we saw the kids. Andrew and his wife came over, Caroline, with Tristan and Evie. And we had a barbecue in the backyard. And so that was fun. And Carrie came too. Her kids and Kim couldn't come because they were busy, but that's fine. That's fine. Can't all be available, right? And then we did, then we went to New York City. So Bob drove us to Syracuse. Then from there, we took a train down to New York City, and we spent 5 days or 5 nights there, something like that. And then came back. And yeah, then he was just here for a day or two, and then off he popped back to England. So it was lovely to have him here, remembering some of the tales he was telling us from when we were all kids and when my mom was alive, and all the fun things we used to all do together. It was just fun to go back and, you know, remember those things, and that he could remember them. Gosh, I can't remember something that happened last week sometimes. But it was a nice visit. It was really nice to see him. And because he loved the quilt I made him. Do you remember that? I made him that lovely quilt from my Cotton Cuts Olympia quilt that was called Dorothy, and because that was my mom's name. So he loved that, and he actually had it on his bed every night here on top of his quilt. Kept telling me it was cold. I think because he's got older now, he feels the cold more than we would. So he did, and it was not hot while he was here. It's getting that way, but it at the time it wasn't. So anyway, but it was a lovely visit, and I got this great mug at Empire State Building. So that was good because yeah, we went up there, and that was the most interesting place ever, because when you would go in the elevator to go up to the top, as you go up in the ceiling, it's almost like a video is playing, and it looks like you're in an elevator on the day they were building the building, the Empire State Building. And you can see all the scaffolding as you're going up. It's like you're in the work elevator, and you can see the guys like above you hammering and tossing stuff to each other. Like, and they're hanging off the beams. It's not like today where they have cranes. Like, it was so interesting. Then when you got into one of there was like a little museum-y area before you went outside, and that was the same too. I'm gonna put some pictures here for you of what I'm talking about.
Any hard hats on there, then? No, no.
It was super cool. It was just really cool. You got to see what it would have been like at the time if you were up building it. So it was very interesting. And then, of course, outside the views were amazing. And what else did we do in New York? Because we ate out a lot. I put on 4 pounds the whole 2 weeks they were here. I'm on a diet now. And then we went to the top of the rock, which is at Rockefeller Center. Then we went to Liberty Island and saw the Statue of Liberty. Any other time we have been to New York City, we either didn't go to it or it was closed for some reason. And then COVID, well, that was a waste of time. And then there was a place we went to. Oh, the 9/11. I find that so sad. Like, everybody inside is so quiet. Nobody says anything. Everybody's whispering. And then you hear all the time, you hear the voices of people either stuck in the building or that just got out the building or telling you where they were when they heard about it. And it's just heartbreaking. It's just, you know, after I came out of there, I felt so down. Anyway, but other than that, we had a good time. And I've spent 5 minutes talking to you about nothing in particular. So let's get on with the knitting. Okay. So I have 2 finished objects to show you. Both of these projects I took with me to New York City because they're small, they're easy. On the train, I got to knit a lot. In the hotel room at night when we went back, because I had my own room, so I would just sit in there and watch telly and knit. So these were easy to carry with me and take. So this is my May sock of the month. Yeah, May sock of the month. And this is called, it's a really cool, it's free. It's a free patent. It's called Summer Folly. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of the designer, but I will put it here. And it's a really nice sock. So you start doing your cuff, and it's in that, I always have a hard time remembering the name of this cuff, or the name of this. You go in the back of the loop. Twisted rib. So you start out doing your twisted rib, and then you go straight into, after so many rounds of that, you go straight into your heel flap and turn, which is our usual one. And then you carry this down at the same time as knit. So you're following a chart. And of course, obviously the back of it is just plain knit. But it's really interesting pattern. And I really like it. Here's a picture of me wearing them in New York City, so you can see how the pattern goes together. But they are fabulous, and they're little shorties, which is great for the summer. And this yarn is my April yarn of the month. I think it was the April one. No, this was the May one. Yeah, this is the May one. And this is called Lily of the Valley, because I am doing, as you know, each month the color of the birth flower of the month. So this was May's Lily of the Valley and the Summer Folly socks. Really liked them. The other item that I got finished was this one. Now this is called the Beachcomber socks by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. And it is an awesome, awesome pattern. I'll take it off the blocker so you can see. Isn't that pretty? So these are those shells, the conch, I think she said they were the conch shells that you find at the beach. They're little sort of twirly, twisty things. And so obviously that's 2 together. And these are all the other little shells you find at the beach. And funnily enough, she said that, or somebody said, these look like whale tails or mermaid tails. And they do when they look like this. And the rib is different because you're doing it in such a way. You've got 3, then knit 1 purl, knit 1 purl, and 3, knit 1 purl, and so on, because it's flowing into the pattern. So that's super interesting, and I really am enjoyed these. They were a lot of fun to knit. It was a 12 pattern repeat, I think, but a lot of fun to do. Really enjoyed it. I did make one boo-boo on one of the socks. You'll see right here, I forgot to do my double decrease right there, which gives you this effect. And but by the time I'd realized it, I was about here, and to go back to fix it, I'd have to go back into the gusset, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do that, so I left it. And when I've got my pants on, you can't even see it anyway. But that was the only boo-boo I made. And this is the gorgeous Sandy Beach colorway that I came up with. I saw the one that Kay was knitting her sock on, and it was very similar color to this. And I think she did hand dye her colorway. I'm not sure. But anyway, I decided I wanted to, and this is how much I have left of this gorgeous color. And I have just dyed up 2 more skeins, 2 more 100-gram skeins on BFL, Blue Face Leicester, which is what this is on. And it's definitely different knitting it on the Blue Face Leicester than on the regular merino. So this is 80% merino, 20% nylon, and this is 80% Blue Face Leicester, 20% nylon. And a Blue Face Leicester is, I think you can only get it in England, that particular sheep, and it has a big blue face, obviously. So anyway, that is those. Those were my 2 finished objects, and I really enjoyed working on them. I love working on socks. The other thing that I had worked on this week was I did some more on my Scrappy V, and I think I'm almost getting to the part where I might want to, so if I hold it this way for you, you can see then the colors I have added. So I think I might have been here or here, and I added this color and this color, and I'm trying, and I'm now on the next color, which is this colorway. So it's a bit of the orange, the peachy color, and a bit of the green that I just used here. Oh, that's the wrong side. This is the green that I just used. So it's both these 2 colors combined. So it's coming on really nice, and as I said, I think I'm probably getting close to. So here it is here, and it comes all the way like this. So I'm not sure. I feel like it's just past my belly button. So I feel I'm definitely going to do all of this, so that'll be another 9 rows. Here's the back. It's very pretty. So I definitely have all of this to do, so at least another 9 rows. And then I do have this that I was going to do, but I didn't know if I wanted that to be the cuff at the bottom, the rib at the bottom, or if I'm going to find another color in between and still keep this as the rib. So I'm not sure, but that's coming on. So I'm pretty, and then once I've done that, I don't think there's much to do on the sleeves, maybe just the cuffs, because they are short sleeves. So I'm hoping to get that maybe finished by the end of the month. And then I don't know if I've done any more on, let me see, did I do it? Oh yeah, I don't even really, I started the second sock, because remember I did 3 socks last month. So this is the second sock. And again, it's a twisted rib, which is the shadow box socks. And here is, I'll put this on the blocker for you. I've done one. So this is the shadow box socks, and this is from Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. And what she does is she has put out a, well, I guess it's a knit along, I really don't know. And it's called the Handmade Sock Society. It started in May, the middle of May. And we got a sock pattern, which was this one, as our first sock pattern. And they have a theme. It's all about the curiosity cabinet that you might have in your house or your grandmother had, with all little knicky-knacks on. And these are things that she took from that curio cabinet thing. And so these are called the shadow socks. Shadow box socks. Shadow box socks. And so what happens with this Curious Handmade thing, with this secret society? I keep calling it that, don't I? What is wrong with me? The Curious Handmaids Handmade Sock Society. So what happens with this sock society is, as I was saying, each month you get a new sock pattern, and you don't know what it's going to be. That's the mystery. Then on the first of each month, a new pattern is released. And so this was the shadow box in May. And I did this with some yarn that I had in my stash that was called Mermaid Tail, I think it was called. Do I have it here? I don't think this dyer is dyeing anymore. It was Island Fiber Dyes in North Carolina. Yeah, called Mermaid. And so that's what this is. So it was in my stash, so I decided to use that. And it's a very nice pattern altogether. It goes down the back all the way around. It's a 6-row repeat and very pretty. So anyway, that is the one that was the one I was doing in May. So as I said, I've just cast on the second sock because I really wanted to get the other two done in May. So let me just, these are my 2.25 chow goes. Put that away. And the new one that I just cast on yesterday is the new one for June, and that one is called the Feather Vane. I'll put a picture here of what it looks like. And I'm knitting that on my rose color, which is the June birth flower. So this is my hand dyed June, and I think I might have one more left in the shop. But I mean, I can still dye more if you're interested. It is a dye to order. And this is the socks. So far, I had to do 14 rounds or 15 rounds of twisted rib. And I've just started the pattern, but you can't see that. The pattern just started here. I love this colorway. It's so pretty. It's pale pink and dark pink and red and orange, and there's tiny bits of green flecks in it for the leaves. So anyway, very pretty. So that's really all I've done knit-wise this week. Now that I'm back home, I can get more into a routine. We're supposed to go to the trailer today for 3 days just to recoup and relax. But unfortunately, we have a weather advisory. And it's very sad, but apparently there are forest fires in Quebec, and we are just over the water from Quebec. Ottawa's closer, but we're 40 minutes outside of Ottawa and along the St. Lawrence River. And so the forest fires are coming over, and the smoke. And there's also a big fire, I think, in Calabogie, which is, again, not that far from us. When I mean not that far, I mean like an hour or so drive. And so the smoke, the wind is very bad today, and the smoke is coming all our way. And I have asthma, as you know, and I can't go outside when it's like that, because it's, I mean, literally I get up at 7:30, let the dog out, and as soon as I open the back door, I could smell the smoke. And you can see it in the air. And anyway, it was just very bizarre. I've never, ever in the 40 years I've lived in Canada experienced this before. And apparently it's really bad. Nova Scotia had big forest fire last week. I know Edmonton's been battling forest fires, BC is, and now we're getting them here. It's like, what? Anyway, so we ended up not going to the trailer, which is fine, because that meant I could do this video, because I'm behind with that, and try to catch up on some other stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening. The only other thing I have to show you that I just received while I was gone, this gorgeous bunch of fabric from the Fat Quarter Shop. And these are all the different colors and fabrics. And this is for a quilt along that started today, and it's free. I mean, I just bought the fabric because I wanted that fabric to make the quilt look like theirs. You can make it with whatever you want to. If you have Halloween fabric at home, you could use that. And this is, you can download this sheet on their website, what tells you exactly what you need for fabric. And it's going to be, it's either a small, what did they, 31.5 by 32.5 quilt, or a table runner. So you can use it in your table, which is what I probably would do. Or I might give this one to one of the kids. Anyway, so the first one that we get to make starting today is this. We get to make this block and these 2 star blocks. So I'm not sure when this week I'm going to do that, but at least I have it, and I have all the fabric, so that is awesome. I was gonna try and starch that today, but of course I don't want to take it and put it outside in the smoke, so it's kind of annoying, but I mean, what are you gonna do? So I think that's all I have to tell you. Yeah, I think I might bring back Quilty Fun on a Friday. Let me know below if you're interested in the quilting, because I don't want to record it and edit it and upload it if you're not really interested. But there's so much fun stuff coming up. That, and then my mystery kitchen sew-along thing, and I'm trying to finish off. Oh, I think I might try and quilt as you go. Has anybody ever heard of that? For my my big design and mystery that I've been doing. Those are huge blocks, and by the time this whole thing gets put together, because I'm nearly finished it, it's going to be like massive. It's going to be bigger. It definitely fit the queen size bed. It might even be a king by the time I put the borders on. So I was thinking that maybe I would do a quilt as you go thing. I've never tried that before. Have you? I just thought it'd be easier than, you know, because it would probably cost an arm and a leg to send it to a long armer. I'm tight with my money right now. So I'm trying my best not to spend too much. Just bought a new iPad. Yeah. Well, that's so that when I'm at the trailer and other places, because I got a keyboard to go with it, so I can actually work there and do my editing and all that other stuff. And I tend to use my iPad more than I do my computer, my MacBook, because I've got my knitting stuff on it, my patterns with the Knit Companion app. I've got my books on, I read on it. It's just so easier to carry around and take places. So, but I ran out of space, so I had to get a new one. Oh, well, yeah. It's all go. It's all go. And then this month, Evie turns 1, my granddaughter. So that's going to be good. I'm just waffling now. I really have nothing else to tell you. I don't know why I'm still talking. You can see my voice is almost back to normal. Almost. I would say it's about 95% now. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Edit this, upload it, and then go put my feet up. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.